Now you say the Most High gave his word to everybody, right?
That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing. Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
For the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is in fact a fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. So war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you will never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog eats a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, shalom, Israel, 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 shalom. Officer of 1,000 Awaja, ISUPK Detroit, under Commander General Yohana, and once again, this is the law class. Give me a second, let me check the, make sure we tawab on the sound. All right, just making sure we tawab on the sound. And again, before I get into anything, I just want to make sure I'm tawab on the sound. If y'all can hear me in this, okay? All right. All right, shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakatah. To the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Allah Taba Hashem Yahweh Shah. To the Akwat out there. Once again, I am Officer of 1,000 Awaja, and this is, of course, the Detroit Law class. Under Commander General Yohana, of course. As usual, if y'all have any questions, put y'all questions in the chat. And of course, I will get to them as soon as Once again, like I always like to do, man, shout out to Commander General Yohana for holding this truth down, man. And really never dropping this sword, which allowed me to be sitting where I'm sitting right now. And again, like I always like to say, we have a lot of things going on in the world. Good night, man. Things is changing day by day. We don't know what's going to happen next, so to speak. And you would think with things like that, you would think that it wouldn't even be standing room in any school in any city in which any state city that that the ISUPK is in, because we've been doing this since the 60s. Since the 60s, explaining these things to people, why people called us crazy, why people said we were madmen, and talked about how we dressed and said we was in a coat and different things of that nature, man. And they don't want to hear that foolishness that we talking. Lo and behold, come to find out, we've been telling the truth the whole time. And the things that we saying now, you see them start to come to pass. You start to see them come to pass, man. And it's undeniable that we've been telling the truth the whole time, man. So you would think actually that our classes would be packed. Like it literally should be people standing. We should have a speaker outside so the people outside can hear. But nobody cares. Nobody really cares until what? Until it happens. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 1 and 22. Proverbs 1 and 22, man. We're going to start there tonight. All right? Because again, our people, man, we are like the scriptures say, a hard-headed, stiff-necked people, man. We give our love to everybody that oppresses us. We give our love to anybody who doesn't love us back. We never give our love where it should be to each other, man. We don't understand that. And the reason why we don't understand how to do that is because we've been lied to and tricked and beat, raped and robbed and everything out of it. All right? But the Lord raised up prophets in the ISUPK and did what? Sent us out there to do what? Tell our people the truth. Raise our people back up. Book of Ezekiel say, can these bones live? Yeah, these bones can live. That's why I say he breathed the breath of life into them, and then it stood an exceeding army, a great army. Paraphrasing, of course. A great army, man. And that's what we doing under Commander General Yohana. We raising up a great army, man. Okay. Let's get it. Proverbs 1 and 22. It reads, it says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? How long are we going to be caught up in the philosophies of this kingdom that we in? How long? How long are you going to oppress yourself trying to follow your oppressor holidays, man? That oppresses our people. Imagine you poor, you're in the ghetto, and here comes what's coming up? No, Easter just passed, and Easter is rolling around, and everybody looking at you for Easter, but that's oppression, man. You're oppressing yourself trying to celebrate what? Your oppressor holidays? Everything in this kingdom is set up to oppress us. You trying to be Egyptian or African paganism when the Egyptians had us in captivity, man. That's showing that you do what? You love oppression. Okay? You love your oppressor way of life, whether it be the oppressor that's immediately over us, or you try to follow the oppressor who oppressed us back then with your Egyptian mumbo jumbo. Or you try to be Muslim who also had us in cat. It's like we look for the people, we return to every nation that had us in captivity. We over here, the scripture said we go to and fro. We over here, we over there, trying to do what? Trying to find who we are. But there's one place that we haven't looked. We haven't turned to the scriptures as a people, man. We haven't turned to the scriptures as a people. Why? Because we love the way T.D. Jakes give it to us. We love that. We love how he give it to us because the way he gives it to us, it allows us to do what? It allows us to continue doing the things that we want to do. You don't have to change if you're in T.D. Jakes' church. If you're a Christian, you don't have to change anything. You can do whatever you want. It's all about how you feel. And nothing ever changes about you. You love simplicity. This is a question I have. How do you serve the Most High when you have to do absolutely nothing except what you want to do? You don't have to do anything he wants you to do. You just get to do everything that you want to do. How is that serving? How do you think that is serving the Lord? When serving the Lord requires an action. An action. The Lord have things that required of you. He expects you to eat he expects you to have a certain type of diet. He expects you to have a certain type of brotherhood. You just think, love everybody. Just love, 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 love. But you don't realize you love nobody. You don't love anybody. You damn sure don't love your brother because you're too busy trying to figure out a way to love everybody else. Which in turn does what, man? It teaches you to not love your very own people. Because how can you love your people when you're giving your love to everybody else? It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long will it go on, man? How long will you realize that voting doesn't change anything? You go out there and you vote, and guess what? Your neighborhood gets worse. It gets worse. You don't look at just for a quick example, you don't look at something like the way Black Wall Street was laid out. That's not a blueprint or something that we was taught to follow. Because we was able to build that, how? Separate away from the people that was oppressing us. We was able to build that by us being left alone and being amongst ourselves. Salakia. 1 second here. Salakia. We was able to build that being amongst ourselves, man. We should have, the thing we should do, the one mistake that we made with that was we was not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And that was the one thing, that's always the one thing in anything that we try to do in which we stand up and try to join ourselves together. That is always the one thing that's always been missing. When you look at anything we done, that's never been the foundation of what we do. And that is why we fail. That is why we fail. Okay? It's not because it's not because of any other reason outside of that just simply not being our foundation. Because if that was our foundation, then what would happen? We wouldn't have to fight a battle. The Lord would fight our battle for us. The Lord would destroy our enemies, what? In front of our faces. What does it say in Judah 5:20? If we keeping the law, leave us alone. But if we not keeping the law, then what? Then the attack come. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just check and make sure I don't got any questions. And we rocking and rolling this thing, man. Yeah, so our enemies know, and that's the thing they would know right now. Too, at this day and time, don't F with them if they keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Leave them be. Yeah, leave them be. Do not bother them people, okay? Let's get back to it, man. It says, and scorners delight in their scorning. When we go out there, let me tell y'all something, man. When we go out there on them street corners and we teaching and things of that nature, man, and we trying to wake brothers and sisters up, we get a lot of scorning going on. People laugh at us. People throw water at us. Say all kind of nonsense to us when we out there. All kind of anything. They tell us we don't know what we talking about, or they come out there and say, tell us about how much God loves everybody, but listen to nothing that we have to say. They don't care. All they just want to do is come out there and run their mouth. That's all they want to come out there and do, and talk a bunch of nonsense and a bunch of foolishness. A bunch of it, man. Amounting to what? Amounting to absolutely nothing. And they delight in it, man. And as we standing out there, we trying to wake them up. We trying to explain to them what's going on. We trying to give them we trying to give them the breath of life. They're oppressed inside of this kingdom. They're oppressed inside of this kingdom, and we trying to give them what it takes to help relieve some of this oppression off of you. But they don't understand it at all, nor do they care. All they want to do is point at us and say, we don't know what we're talking about. We some crazy Negroes on the corner, as if we want to spend our Saturdays. Slakia, I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but we take our Saturdays or our weekends and we go out there to teach our people out of love. Okay, is this something other brothers can do? Yeah, yes, it is. We could be enjoying our weekend just like them. We have a greater calling. Again, serving the Lord is not sitting around not doing anything. You can't serve the Lord from your couch in your living room. Serving the Lord is the work you do out there. That's where it counts at. Because that's where the people are at. The people are out there. But instead you want to scorn us and talk about us, and we out there doing what Christ said do. Christ said go on the highways and byways. We doing that. We going out there. We raising the dead. We giving the people the breath of life. Okay? And it goes on to say, and it says, fools hate knowledge, man. Fools hate knowledge, man. This is, for the umpteenth time we saying this. The Bible is the only thing that we have not tried to get us out of the condition that we in. It's the only thing that we haven't tried as a people. It's the only thing that has not been pushed, so to speak. Meaning pushed throughout the whole black community. Like we push it as far as what we do in the UPK. So it's being pushed. But it ain't pushed on commercials, on TV, like it was a march on Washington and Dr. King did the I Have a Dream. It's not pushed like that. Like everybody's not on board with it. That's perfect. Every black person is not on board with it. Okay? Like let's say like something like a Black Lives Matter or something like that. That was a bunch of nonsense. It's always the nonsense that we love. That's why I say fools hate knowledge, man. The UPK was the first place calling that thing a bunch of nonsense. We was the first ones saying, oh man, to hell with that, that's a bunch of nonsense. Why? Again, the foundation of it wasn't what? The law, statutes, and commandment. That wasn't the foundation. We will, as blacks and as Hispanics inside of this kingdom, we will never succeed. We will never ever succeed without the law, statutes, and commandments. Not just inside of this kingdom, anywhere we go. That's why I say the curses is going to do what? Follow you and overtake you. Okay? Follow you and overtake you, man. You can't get away from them. You can't get away from the curses that the Lord put on you. The only way you get away from them is through obedience. So if you running around in the streets and you doing this, that, and the third, and you doing a bunch of stuff you know you shouldn't be doing, these curses are going to follow you. You'll never, ever get away from them. Fools hate knowledge. They say we angry. We out there screaming. What's wrong with us? Let's get Ecclesiastics in the Bible, the 7th chapter. Ecclesiastics in the Bible, the 7th chapter. You don't understand. A lot of our people, we've been oppressed so long, so much, so hard that that we just think it's a normal way of life. We think it's a normal way of life. This ain't normal. This ain't the way our life should be. This is not the thing for us, okay? Salakia. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Something happened. I'm trying to get this in. Okay, come. Yeah, this is not the thing for us. So I'm trying to just check something right quick. Slacker. Yeah. So let's get that. Let's get Ecclesiasticus in the Bible. 7 and 7. All right. 7 and 7. 7 and 7 read, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Surely oppression does that, man. It makes a wise man mad. Mad what? What do mad mean? Does mad mean I just run around and start punching oppressors in the face? We don't control any of the gas stations in our neighborhood. Do I just go around and start burning them down? Mad how? How does oppression make a wise man mad? Again, like I just said a minute ago, some of our people, we don't even realize we're being oppressed. We just think this just the way life is. Again, everybody can see it's a difference between us and our oppressor. We just different. We have flavor, they don't. That's why the scriptures say we the salt of the earth, man. We the salt of the earth. If anything need to get pushed throughout the earth, why do you think they use us? Why do you think they use us? You think we couldn't you think we couldn't you think we couldn't push any business forward? Think about Cadillac. I saw this on the internet. Like, why do black people love Cadillac so much? And we really do. We couldn't have done that for ourselves, man. We couldn't have done Cadillac for ourselves. Anything that get pushed, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. We the ones pushing that stuff, man, and making it great. We putting our flavor on it, our style to it, man. And we making it great, man. We can do those things. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. We are in this kingdom and we are nothing but consumers. You don't get tired of the way people get treated, let's just say when they walk into a liquor store. You see how they treat your brothers in the liquor store, especially don't let them be bringing no bottles in. Don't let that brother be bringing no bottles in. They hate when they see a brother bringing, they hate our poor people, man. They hate them. And here's the thing. Because of Christianity and because of how it's set up and because of the way your oppressor set it up, you hate them too. Christians hate them too. Everybody hates them. Except in here, man. We love that brother in here. Because we understand what? Brotherhood. We understand brotherhood. We have brotherhood. We have real brotherhood in here, man. Say real brotherhood in here. This is what we do in here. We'll never throw that brother away. But everybody else hates that brother. Why? Because the brother poor? That brother is oppressed and destroyed. Seeing my brother being oppressed makes me mad. The way our people get done, that makes me mad. Here's the thing. What do we do about something like that? We simply open a black gas station one at a time and never go to theirs. We open black liquor stores one at a time and never go to theirs. You put them out of business. You do to them what they would do to you if you opened up a business in their neighborhood. A brother would never go into one of their neighborhoods and open up a store because he know they won't shop with him. And guess what? Nobody ever says anything about it. Nobody complains. Nobody tries to boycott. Nobody raises anything about it. You just know and you just stay away from it. Well, shouldn't they feel like that about us? Shouldn't they think the same thing? Shouldn't they feel the same way about us? Instead of that, what happens? We go in there, we try to be, that's your man. That's your homeboy. You're slapping thighs, and he only happy to see you because he knows you have money. He ain't happy to see the brother that's coming in with the bottles. Him, he not happy to see. You, he happy to see you. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. The way I see my people being oppressed, it makes me, it angers me. The fact that they don't even know they're being oppressed angers me. It angers me. Because if they knew they was being oppressed, then guess what? They would stand up and create what? Change. But if you don't think you're being oppressed, if you think everything good, if your life is just about smoking weed and getting high, that's your everyday life. You just wake up and I'm about to go get high. You're doing that because you're oppressed. Nobody grew up talking about, I'm going to smoke more weed than everybody in the neighborhood. When they asked you that when you was younger, what you want to be when you get older, weed head never came out your mouth. Crackhead never came out your mouth. Fentanyl. None of this stuff ever came out of your mouth. You never said I wanted to be the fentanyl man. You never said any of that stuff, man. But now look at you because of oppression. Well, in here, we teach you how to not be oppressed. We teach you how to stand up, man. We strengthen you in here. How do we do it? How? What is the foundation of what we do? We follow the law, statutes, and commandments in here. And because we do it, and because that's the thing that we do in here, it strengthens us. It strengthens us. Because following the Lord, doing what the Lord said to do, being separate from everybody else, we building each other up, man. We building a brotherhood. We building a bond. What we doing here is the one thing that all of our enemies fear. What we doing here is the thing our enemies fear. Man, they don't fear no men walking around in purple. They'll put them all on TV and all kind of stuff. Nobody wants to do an interview with Commander General Yohana on CNN or any of that. They don't want to put Commander General Yohana on there. If you in purple, you'll get on there though. They'll put you on there, some news show with some nonsense like that. Because they don't fear purple. They just don't. They never have and they never will. That only invites an enemy to attack. That shows weakness. Not, y'all get what I'm saying. I don't know what I could say on here, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay? It says, surely oppressor maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Integration, man. I thought that was a gift. Civil rights. Y'all thinking all this stuff is a gift, man. The only thing we got different was you got to share a bathroom, sleep in a hotel. You got to drink from the same water fountain. What did you really gain with those things, man? Instead of us building ourselves up, we went and marched and begged to work for our oppressor. So in a sense, we marched and begged to put ourselves right back under the foot of our oppressor. It's like, give me 1 second, I gotta turn this heat on. It's a little nippy up in here. So in a sense, we did what? We marched, we fought. Some of us, because we was so peaceful and was with the nonviolence, we got hit in the head, beat, sicked, dog sicked on us, water hose sprayed on us, hit, punched, spit on, things threw at us. We did all of that because of our love for our oppressor. Because we did all of that so we can go and work for him again. Right back to the plantation. That's why we call it slavery today, man. We fought for that. We fought hard to go right back on the plantation. Think about that for a minute. We had our own businesses and things of that nature, and we sold our businesses to go right back to the plantation to work for your oppressor. You think about that. Think about that for a minute. Does that make any sense? We were so-called off of the plantation and fought to get right back on it? No, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why would we do such a thing? Poor leadership, man. Poor leadership. Listening to Christianity tell us what? All about coming together. All about love. Love your enemy and turn the other cheek. Love your enemy and turn the other cheek, man. And that's all you hear. And it been that same spiel. It been that same spiel from then even till now. Telling our people to do what? It's like I'm just checking if I got some questions. Give me a hot second. Okay, we too wild. We cool. No sweat. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. No, and it benefited us. It benefited us none. And we know it because how do we know it? All you have to do is walk out. Again, your neighborhood, the very community that you live in is the proof. It's the proof. Your everyday life lets you know something didn't go right. And then they trick you. And then they trick you into what? Into thinking you can vote your way out of this. Well, hell, you fought hard for the right to vote, huh? About how many brothers died and got hung for the right to vote? What has voting changed? Somebody tell me, because I don't see it. I don't. I don't see one single solitary thing that it changed. In fact, from there to now, it actually has gotten worse. Think about how together black families was at that time. Think about how we was. We wasn't running around. We wasn't running around trying to pop holes and all those type of things. We wasn't doing that. We wasn't sleeping with women and throwing them away. That wasn't a cool thing to do. That wasn't a cool thing to do. That wasn't the popular thing to do. Man wasn't running around with skinny pants on and men purses and all this old ridiculous nonsense. Men purses, skinny jeans. Like, what are we doing? Oppression maketh the wise man mad. No man want to run around with pants he can't hardly even walk in. It's ridiculous nonsense, man. And you think you have freedom. No, you don't have freedom because your oppressor pushes every agenda that it pushes what he wants you to do onto you. You don't think for yourself. He wants you to wear a certain thing. He just put it on a wrapper and put it in front of you, and you make it hot. You have zero control. You was taught by people who has no clue, how to lead blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They have no clue how to lead you. And because we followed them, today black men walk around in skinny pants and with men purses. And nobody sees a problem with that. They talk about how we dress and what we wear. We wear war apparel when we go out there. They walk around in skinny pants and everybody loves them. Everybody loves it. A gift destroyed the heart, man. Integration had to be the worst thing to ever happen to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It had to be the worst thing ever to happen to us, man. Because all it did was it gave the people that oppress us, it allowed them to move freely in and out without nobody questioning what the hell was going on. Imagine if we were separate, right? And you see an oppressor walking through the neighborhood, you stopping him. Hey, oh, whoa, what is you doing? What's going on? Well, you in the wrong place, ain't you? I'm gonna get out of here. Versus now he able to move freely. And when he's able to move freely, guess what he did? Yeah, y'all remember what happened in the 80s? That crack hit. That crack hit, man. That crack hit and it killed Black America. It killed us, man, because it killed a whole generation, maybe 2 generations of people, maybe even 3 generations, man. That's a hell of a thing. They're cracking that heroin, man. But guess what? Your oppressor was only able to slip it in because of integration, because he would have never been able to maneuver it in there if it was separation. Because we would have been in control of what's going on inside our community. Instead, we gave control over to the people that want to harm us. That's what we did. We gave control to the people that want to harm us. And because of that, we had a crack epidemic, heroin epidemic. Heroin was taking black people out in the 70s. But when it hit your oppressor, of course, it's a different thing, man. People, you didn't hear about your oppressor. You never heard about them getting locked up for 20, 30 years because they got a war on drugs because because of the opiate epidemic. You never heard of that, man. They had commercials on TV. Y'all remember? I know y'all remember. They had commercials on TV with numbers you can call, doctors ready to help. When the opiate epidemic hit them, man, when they were strung out on opium and pills and heroin and things of that nature, it was just a group of people that was sick. They were so understanding and so caring, so loving. You, on the other hand, it had to be a war on drugs. Now, I say this a lot, and forgive me for that. But this is because it's so mind-boggling to me, right? They flooded our neighborhood because of integration. They was able to flood our neighborhood with drugs to fund a war, and then turn around and put a war on drugs and lock us up for the drugs that they put into the community. That's what integration done. And you telling us that we are wrong for wanting to be separate from them? The problem is some of our people, we don't feel like we can live without our oppressor. Feel like we have to have him. Like, what we gonna do? Where we gonna go? How we gonna work? Well, Black Wall Street, did it take 100 years? Am I missing something? Did it take 100 years to build Black Wall Street? All we need to do is to be left alone. And the time is coming. Make no mistake about it. You know, I know y'all done heard about them trying to bring them Jim Crow laws back in, basically bringing the Jim Crow laws back in Mississippi. Your oppressor does not want any, with everything that's going on in the world, with Russia, China, Taiwan, Ukraine, everything that's going on in the world, your oppressor is telling you to get the hell away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. They still focused on you. They still want to pass law. It's because it's such a hatred for you. How do we love something like that away? How do we love something like that away? You can't love a hatred like that away. Love will never change that hatred. Okay? Love will never ever change that hatred, man. You think you can you think love conquers all. Love don't conquer that hatred, man. The scripture says it's a perpetual hatred. Perpetual. It's never ending. It won't stop. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, it will never stop. They're going to hate you forever because that is how the Lord made them. That's how the Lord made them. It's simple. Once we start understanding things like that, once we understand the Bible properly, once we understand the scriptures properly, it is going to change. It's going to change. It's going to be like it's going to shock you into reality. Once we understand the scriptures properly, man. Once we start understanding that, wait a minute, this Bible ain't for everybody. These scriptures are for us, man. But you know, some of y'all don't want it. Some of y'all are happy that, you know, now you can eat at the same restaurant with your oppressor. Y'all want to sit next to him in the restaurant and enjoy your hamburger. You get to sit with him. Well, in Mississippi, they trying to change all that. They tired of sitting with y'all. Tired of being around you. They want these things changed. Okay? They sick of it. And what you gonna do? You gonna fight so hard to be joined to them, to be next to them, because that's all you know. You think you need your oppressor to take care of you, like a baby. You can't live without him. He has to feed you and he has to clothe you. Where you gonna work at without him? You have to have him. A gift destroyed the heart, man. Because we depend on our oppressor so much, man, we are destroyed. And we can't see our life without them. Some people might say, yeah, we can, but oh yeah, I do. Slacking. Now, yeah, I can. Yeah, I do. You don't. Unless you're in here. If you're in here, yeah, you see everything very clearly. We see everything clearly in here, man. Under Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK, man. We see everything clearly. Very clear. Some brother in the world, you getting high, you don't see, you don't see it. Some brother sitting around in Christianity, he doesn't see it. He don't. You into Islam and all that garbage? You don't see it. You don't. You don't see it. You don't see it, and you will never see it. Okay? So, like, give me 1 second. Let me see if I got some questions right quick. All right. No questions. Move it on, man. A gift destroyed the heart, man. Let's get Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16 in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16 in the Apocrypha. That's what we want, man. Like little kids, we just feel like our oppressor has to take care of us, man. Well, I see myself without him. I certainly do. 12 and 15, let's get it. Salakia 12 and 16. Salakia. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips." That's what happened to us a lot, man. I know all that stuff, it sounds excellent, man. Everybody's gonna be together and we're equal. Like at what where in life do you think that you're equal to your oppressor? You can't be equal to somebody who's oppressing you. But all the stuff that he say sound good. You can vote. You don't have to tolerate what's going on. You can vote and you can change things. Vote or die. Vote or die, man. If you don't vote, you're gonna die. If you don't vote, you can't complain. But what does any of that change? It changes absolutely nothing. That's why the Lord said you don't put a wicked ruler over you, man. You sitting there voting for for Biden, thinking that would create some form of a change. You're so worried about we got to keep Trump out the White House. Neither one of them is good for you. Neither one of them is good for them. Neither one of them care about you. But what do you do? What do we do as a people? We run right out there and think Biden gonna save us, and a lot of us gonna vote for him again. We don't even stop to think for 1 second and say, well, wait a minute, this is not working. You know how sometimes on TV you might see some people in the war, they say, okay, hold on, let's get back here, let's regroup, and let's figure something else out because this thing is not working. You don't even do that. You just keep going. Voting. It sounds good. What's up? Thanksgiving. Oh my God. Do I have to say anything? That sounds good, don't it? Family coming together, you sit around, hold hands and pray and all. Sound great, don't it? You're celebrating the death of the Native American Indians. Let's say we just celebrated death and murder of anybody. Like, who just does that? You celebrate the murder of, like, they came here and murdered these people. And they are brothers. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. All of this stuff sounds good, man. The things that he says sounds good. What it say in Psalms? His words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart, man. War is in his heart. What do you think the crack epidemic was, man? That's chemical warfare on us, man. And then it sounded good when he said it's a war on drugs, but it was just, he was destroying us on both ends. They was putting the drugs in the community and then locking us up for the drugs in the community. But we didn't understand it because a lot of y'all voted for Reagan and the first Bush and Bill Clinton. And all these people are the very people that put the drugs into the community, man. It says, the enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. That's all they want to do, is throw us into a pit. Meaning, basically, he wants to just figure out a way. He's smiling and talking nice to you, and all he's thinking about doing is destroying you. Think about this, right? They did trades with the Native Americans, right? And so they gave the Native American blankets. It seemed good. Such a good gesture. Probably, of course, they're in the cold part where it gets cold at. So, you know, they're giving them blankets and things of that nature. They do a trade. But it's smallpox in the blankets. It's smallpox in there. It's different diseases in there to kill the Native Americans, to murder them. It sounded good. The Native Americans thought it was Tawab. Let's do some trading. But they put diseases in there to murder them. For no reason at all. Not that the so-called Native Americans had done anything to them. It's not what happened. They just did it because the only thing they could think of is how to destroy you. And that's the one thing we have to understand. We have to understand it's not a time where they're going to be at peace with us, or we should think that they're going to be at peace with us. They're always going to come up with a way to do what? To destroy us, to wipe us out, to take us out, to kill us, to lock us up in prison. It's always going to be some kind of thought of that. And yet, because of Christianity, we do what? We trust them. We don't trust one another. We don't trust one another. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit, man. He will weep it with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Take you to the civil rights movement one more again right quick, right? So-called Jewish men, hand in hand with us, man. Arm in arm, hand in hand with us. Marching, pushing for these things to get these laws passed and different things. We still stuck in the ghetto. We are still stuck in the ghetto. They not. They got communities for just them. Where they do what? They police their own community. They don't have regular police coming to their community. They police their own community. That's what they do. We don't know nothing about that. We too busy getting punched in the face, shot down like a dog in the streets. We don't know anything about that. They don't punch each other, but if you come in their neighborhood, you and I come into their neighborhood, it's going to be a problem, man. It is going to be a problem. And like it said what? Blood. He ain't satisfied with blood. He ain't satisfied because what? We still hear it. They want to extinct us. They want to unalive all of us, Salakia. Every last one of us. And we don't get it. We don't understand that. But I assure you, man. I assure you, the time is coming. The time is coming where we won't have anything but each other. We won't have anything but each other, man. We won't have anything but one another. We won't have nowhere to turn to but each other. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, man. The Lord, give me 1 second. Slakia. The Lord is forcing that to happen, man. It's about to be a time. It's about to be a time where your oppressor is about to really show his hatred for you. It's gonna be undeniable. It's gonna be undeniable. Flat out. Y'all thought when Trump was just in office, y'all thought that was something. No, not what's about to happen. Because of what? Because if it does not happen, we will never understand how much our oppressor truly hates us, man. We'll never understand it. We will always think what? He loves us. It's some good oppressors out there somewhere. There's some good ones. They're not all bad. That's how we would think. That's how we would be. And guess what? That is how we got into the condition that we are in today. We didn't listen to the Lord. The Lord said what? We are holy people, man. Holy meaning what? Separate. We not to be integrated. We not to be all together and trying to be in peace and harmony. That's why the Lord did what? The Lord separated all the nations. Any nation talking about everybody should come together only means that everybody should come together under them. It does not mean that everybody coming together and being in harmony. It means what's harmony to them. And what's harmony to them is everybody being under them and they are on top. How do we know this is true? They know that we the Lord's people. They know it. And they say everybody come together. Then why is it not being pushed that we the Lord's people? Because we have to come together. Coming together means coming together under their rule and what they push on us and what they want us to be and what they want us to have. We can't be who we are. We can't do that. That's not allowed inside of this kingdom. How do we know that's not allowed inside of this kingdom? What did they do to Nick Cannon? Y'all remember that? What did they do to Kanye? They cut them off instantly because we are not allowed to be who we are inside of this kingdom. A so-called Asian man, a Chinese man, however y'all want to call him, he can go celebrate the year of the rat and the dragon and the dog. But we can't even, we go to North Carolina to celebrate the Passover. They want to shut us down. We can't be who we are inside of this kingdom. It's not allowed. We can only be who the oppressor tell us we should be, who the oppressor want us to be. We can only follow and do the things that he want us to do. We try to serve the Lord the right way inside of this kingdom. No, we can't do that. It's not allowed. Okay, let's get did I finish with that? Okay, let's get Psalms 107. Let's get Psalms 107 right quick. Let's get Psalms 107 and 17. That's right. That's why it's so important, man, that we be obedient to what the Lord said do. The Lord said be separate, man. You can't join together with another nation. The nation is going to try to be dominant over you. You don't see that? This is not what we do here. It's not our way of life. Okay? This is not our way of life. It's not how we live. This is not what we do. We are two different, totally different people. The only thing they do is exploit us to the best of their ability. They find us, they get rich off us, and then leave us in the cold, starving in the ghettos. Okay? Think about it. Let's just use the rap industry for example, right? Rapper make his song. He get paid a couple dollars off the song, but the record promoter do what? He keep his publishing, all them royalties and all that stuff. He gets none of that. That all come to the oppressor that drew up the contract, the 360 deal. They call it 360. Okay? Psalms 107 and 17, it says, fools, because of their transgressions and because of their iniquities, are afflicted. And that is almost our people in a nutshell. Because we refuse to listen to the Most High. Imagine this, right? We have the Bible. You don't even have to imagine this. This is reality. We have the Bible in our hands, right? It literally says to us, if you follow and you be obedient, I'm going to bless you. Right? It says that, right? And it literally says to us, if you do not follow me, if you do not listen to me, I'm going to curse you. Do we look, did I miss, are we blessed? Do this look like we blessed as a people to anybody? Nah, I'll answer it. No, it doesn't. It does not. It doesn't almost even look like it. It does not almost even look like it. But nevertheless, for some reason, we still don't listen. We still not interested in following what the Lord put down for us. The thing we want, we care more about Salakia. We care more about what we think and what we want to follow. That's more fun. We're so busy having fun. It's like we so busy having fun, we don't even see the storm brewing up behind us. We don't even see it. We don't even care about it. What we care about is the newest pair of Jordans. That's what we worry about. Jordans. A dumb belt. What was a Gucci belt? Some nonsense like that. The drip. That's what we worried about. Your oppressor is making nuclear weapons and laser weapons and all kind of things of that nature, and we worry about the drip. What kind of shirt we got on? The shoes. That's what we worry about. We don't care whether he hates us, loves us. None of that matters to us. As long as we got the newest pair of Jordans. That's why the scriptures say what? It say, come out of her, my people. Come out of her. Come out of this thinking that, because this is the reason that we think like that is because of these are the things that's been pushed on us. This is childlike thinking. Who the hell care about a pair of Jordans? We getting shot down in the streets by the police and you care about some Jordans. This is a childlike behavior, man. It says fools because of their transgressions and because of their iniquities are afflicted, man. Because we want to keep sinning. That's our problem. We love to sin. We live to sin. Scriptures say, Judah say that we are wise to do evil. We are wise to do evil. Some of the things that people have set up to do things illegal, if they just took that same energy and done it legally, they would probably even be more successful. But they wise to do evil. They're not thinking about doing anything positive. They're not thinking about it one bit. Nor do they care, man. They do not care. And that's the saddest part about it, man. And that's the saddest part about it, man. And why don't they care? Because they are oppressed. And they don't have an answer. And they don't have a solution. They don't have an answer or a solution for their oppression. They don't. They do not. Because they what? Where they stuck at? They stuck in Christianity. And they stuck in and all these other different philosophies and ways of life, man. When Christ gave a perfect solution that would fix all black people. I'm gonna pull it right now. Let's get Matthew the 22nd chapter. I'm gonna show you right now. Here is a solution to fix every problem in the black community. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Get 36. We'll start at 36. Matthew 22 and 36. This will fix. This is the very solution to blacks and Hispanic problems, to black, Hispanic, and Native American problems inside of the black community. This is the solution. Y'all ready? Okay, I got y'all right here. It says, Matthew 22 and 36, it says, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Verse 37, it says, Christ said unto them, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Right? So how do you love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind? Do you sit in your room and you go, God, I love you. God, I love you. Oh, I just love you. Or do you run around talking about I'm sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost? Or do you go to church and when the pastor pray over you, you fall on the ground and roll around or run around? Is any of that showing that you love the Most High? I think not. You show that you love the Most High by doing the things He said do. That's how you do it. See, you see how easy that step is right there? It ain't like it's not like it's such a hard thing. The thing that makes it hard is the fact that you don't want to do it. That's the only thing that makes it hard. You don't want to do it because you want to do whatever it is that you want to do. But serving the Lord takes what? You're going to have to sacrifice something, man. You're going to have to, those things that you like to do, you have to get rid of them. It's not hard. It's not hard to stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Christmas is not that important. Valentine's Day is not that important, man. Scriptures say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. When you understand that the Lord will put you to death for your sins, it's easy to trust me, it's easy to stop and doing all of those things you was doing. It's easy to quit smoking cigarettes. It's easy to quit smoking weed. It's easy to quit laying with women and throwing them away. Those things, when you get that real fear of the Lord, those things are easy to drop. They're easy. Because you understand that if you do not stop doing those things, the Lord will put you to death. And you do not want to get put to death by the Lord. You don't want it. You don't want it, man. And He will. Okay? And it says 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. It says, and the second is like unto it. Meaning, these two run hand in hand. This is why these two can fix the black community. They run hand in hand. First step, obedience to the Lord, because what did it say when you read in the 28th chapter? It says, if you listen to me, again, you get the blessings, and if you don't, then you get the curses, right? So obedience, step one. Step two, right here, watch this. Verse 4, Slakia. Verse 39, it says, and the second is like unto it. It says, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Meaning what? Do I have to tell you that this is not per se talking about your neighbor next door? I mean, of course, if your neighbor is a brother, then of course that's who it's talking about, man. Think about what you would want for yourself. Because a lot of y'all selfish as hell anyway. So think about what it is you would want for yourself. You want the best of everything for yourself. Here's how you fix it. Here's how you fix black people. Want the same thing for your brother. The same exact thing that you want for you, want that for your brother, man. Care about him like you care about yourself, man. You don't want nobody to go lay with your wife. Don't go lay with your brother's wife. You don't want nobody selling you drugs. Don't sell your brother drugs. Okay? You don't want nobody walking up to you, shooting you in your face. Don't walk up and shoot your brother in the face, man. You don't want nobody stealing from you. Don't steal from your brother. Treat your brother the way you want to be treated. These are the two simplest things, and it would fix every problem in the black community. Today. You don't have to wait a week. It'll fix it today. You don't want no man knocking your sister upside the head. Don't knock another brother, sister upside. Like everything about us would change if we just treated ourselves, if we just treated our brothers the way we treat ourselves. If we just wanted the best for our brothers the same way we want the best for ourselves. We would push that and it would come around full circle, man. And that is how you fix the black community. And with that, I'm in the class. Shalom, Israel.